Welcome back, everybody, to the Real Estate Talk Show, your source for all things real estate and so much more. We have an incredible show. Kathleen Petticord is the author and publisher of Live and Invest Overseas, and she's going to cover 12 items to consider before buying a property overseas. We're also going to take a tour of the Trump International Hotel and Tower in downtown Toronto with President and CEO Neil Labatt. We're also going to learn more about Polo for Heart, an incredible organization and an incredible event with the one and only Jonathan Pushka, who's a general sales manager with Mercedes-Benz downtown. But first up, we have the dynamic duo, Jeffrey Caruk and Jim Caruk, and we're going to talk about finding the right contractor. Welcome, everybody, to the Real Estate Talk Show. I have Jim Caruk and Jeffrey Caruk here in studio. So let's talk about they're ready. They're looking for that right person to do their reno job, whatever it may be. We talked the kitchen is probably the most disruptive in the whole house because that's really the foundation, so to speak. That's where you need to eat and function, on a daily basis. So if somebody's looking for that right person, what are the steps they can take? I mean, can you go to somewhere to say, okay, you know what, is this a great contractor?
So the first thing in the city here, you would go to the building association and start there.
So the people up north and all, there's
associations always in the regions. Right?
So go to your local association that truly highlights and identifies the builders in your area.
Yeah, okay, the legit guys. You know what? And most of the guys are good. I'm not going to say there's probably always a little bad seed in every one, but
that's in any profession. Let's
exactly.
be real. Right.
But the odds that you're going to get somebody good are far higher.
Right.
Because you got to look at it this way too. If it doesn't work out, let's just say they hired me, and it didn't work out with me, and I was an idiot. That they could go to the association and say,
and complain.
You know what? Yeah, so you know what, Jim didn't live up to what the ethics and everything else of the whole thing, and they would come down on me, and then either get tossed out of the association or whatever.
Okay.
But I think that's where you need to start.
Okay.
You can't go and get somebody out of the newspaper and stuff like that. I mean, it just doesn't work.
So do you just look for one, Jim, or should you highlight a few and interview all three?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know. Some guys say get 20. I mean, that's insane.
That's overkill. Yeah.
4 or 5. And then what I usually tell the homeowner, even as I said, look, if I'm coming in for the first time, and I'm sure you're going to get other prices, get 4 or 5 guys, narrow it down to 3, and then work with your top 3. And then pick your
work with your top 3. And Jeffrey, I mean, this is where it's like any industry. There's a lot of people that overpromise and underdeliver, and sometimes it could just sound too good to be true. So when you're taking those top 3, and now you're saying, okay, which of these 3? There are key questions, and I know you featured that in terms of also
testimonials. I mean, let's go back and check references and testimonials from builds.
So past customers.
That's right.
But take it to and again, this all comes from today. With this job that I went and looked at, the homeowner was saying, she's ready to go and hire a drywaller, and everything's going to be modern inside. So, you got to use a lot of the trims and everything else. So she said, well, I have one price of 36,000 or 34,000, and then I have a price for 42,000. But she goes, the guy who's 42,000 has done this style of house before. And I said, well, it is more work what you're asking. And she goes, so I went on his website and looked at his work, and it looks great. I said, well, how do you know it's his job on the website?
Oh, very good point.
Right? I say the same thing for me too, right? I mean, make sure that they.
So let's go visit. Are you good with that?
It's not a gallery of images.
Let's go visit.
Let's find out where.
So let's go and actually get in our cars
and go and actually see.
And I'm sure any proud contractor builder will say, I'll schedule
it.
But
funny, listen to this. So they're already in this situation,
right?
So you know what? I really don't want to drive, downtown and have to go. I said, are you kidding me?
It's a huge investment.
I said, this is, you're going to spend $40,000. You don't want to take a half an hour of your life to go see if this is the right guy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you're in this situation.
Yeah, good
right?
point. Good point. Yeah, you're not treating it with seriousness.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, this is an investment. Whether it's your home you're living, it doesn't matter. It's still an investment.
Go look at it.
You would go and drive to see the car that you're about to purchase, you would take it for a test drive.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that you wouldn't bother to go check out the trades and see that what really you're hiring is substantial and is exactly what you're hoping for. And more importantly, the actual client whose home that you're looking at had a great experience.
Right?
Yeah. Unbelievable. And you think this is just common knowledge that people just know.
You would think, right? But, and then once just to move on with, finding a contractor, Like, go and look at one of the jobs that he's actually doing.
So currently doing.
Exactly.
See how clean and how it's maintained the site is.
Talk to the
homeowner. People on
site.
Talk to the homeowner that's working with them currently.
Talk to trades. Very important to talk to his trades, right?
That's a great insight right there.
How long has he had his trades?
Stick around. When we come back, Jim and Jeff share their tips and tricks for finding and hiring the right contractor. Or should we make sure that contractor has workers' compensation? How does that all work?